So this would be the part of the episode where I make up some kind of witty, snappy, fun intro. But I don't have one because this episode was so good it just blew my mind. You're listening to Star Wars Reactions.
There's been an awakening. Have you felt it?
In 1977, George Lucas formed a legacy.
The Force is with me, and I am with the Force.
Inspired by mythology, his saga has become a passion for many.
Feel the Force around you.
His legend has become our story.
It's true. All of it.
One of resistance.
We are the spark that'll light the fire that'll burn the First Order down.
Rebellion.
Rebellion is built on hope.
And redemption.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
This is Star Wars Reactions.
Remember, the Force will be with you. Always.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Star Wars Reactions. We have a packed show for you today. This is going to be so much fun. We got so much great stuff to talk about. We are going to be reviewing the Phantom Apprentice. We got some news for you. And we're on that homeward stretch to the finale of Clone Wars. So let's get this ball rolling. My name is Aaron Harris. I'm one of your hosts here on Star Wars Reactions. Joining me, as always, he is the Ahsoka to my Rex, the David Motters. David, my friend, how's it going?
Well, I'll say this, buddy. If I'm not ready to react, I don't have a pulse. So I am absolutely ready to react. So glad to be covering this episode with you, this whole final arc. And there's so much that we won't even be able to cover, but we'll do our best. I'm ready to go.
Perfect. I tell you, they said this last arc was going to be huge. I remember Sam Witwer, who voices Maul, tweeted before the first episode aired that he feels it was their best ever. And we're 2 episodes into this arc, and this is probably the greatest Star Wars made. I mean, this is my opinion, at least. This is by far the greatest thing. To me, probably the greatest thing we've seen in the saga so far, but definitely the greatest thing we've seen come from the Disney saga since Disney took over. But a lot to do. Man, this episode just blew my mind. I'm already wanting to talk about it, and we haven't even done the news yet. So anyway, family doing good, David?
Yes, it is. They're doing their virtual school, and my wife is busy as all get out in her job. I've never been busier as a psychologist. So, like we said, I want people to be able to be okay financially and family-wise and all that. And, I'm just very thankful that I can be helping at this time. So very thankful for that, but obviously thinking and praying for people who, God darn it, don't have their jobs right now. But I just want people to be safe first and foremost, and then get back to working.
Amen to that. So we're doing good on our end as well, and still holding our own. Virtual school is pretty much all this house does anymore. Between both my kids doing it, and my wife's a teacher, so she's teaching it. So it's a never-ending cycle of virtual school here. So stay lovey. So, all right. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at our news here. We do have a couple items that did break this week. We, of course, talked last week about, in the news segment, about how the final episode of the Clone Wars has been announced to be on May 4th. May the 4th be with you, along with the premiere of Disney Gallery, The Mandalorian docuseries. But they announced this week, too, something that I had heard rumors about, and they were finally confirmed, that the Rise of Skywalker will also make its streaming debut on Disney Plus on May 4th. So not only will we have the final episode of the Clone Wars, which is called Victory and Death, but we will have the premiere of Disney Gallery, The Mandalorian, and the debut of Rise of Skywalker. Makes it a good time to grab Disney Plus. What do you think, David?
Oh. Well, yeah, I can't imagine not having it. I mean, yeah, that's the day to get it, or get it on May 3rd. So you can, catch up on the entire 12 episodes of the Clone Wars season 7. I can't wait for these 8 episodes behind the scenes of the Mandalorian, and then just to be able to, put the Rise of Skywalker on at any time. Of course, and we've talked about it. I bought physical copy, and so I have all of them in physical form. But I'm very excited about this, and I can't imagine not having Disney Plus right now.
Neither can I, man. This is, if I did not have Disney Plus and these episodes were airing, I would lose my mind. Hearing everybody talk about these, seeing the pictures, seeing the previews, and not being able to watch it, I would absolutely be beating my head against a wall right now. So I'm loving my Disney Plus, which between me and the wall, it's I get all my Star Wars and my kids get entertained. It's probably the best $10 I spend a month. Okay. Or actually 15 with ESPN and Hulu. So.
Well, I've told you before we started recording, my daughter and I were on Disney Plus just before, I did all my prep for this last night and earlier tonight. So she's like, hey, we'll watch a half hour of because this is Earth Month. And so Disney Plus has put all these Disney nature films on there. And so we sat down and started one. We're going to finish it probably tomorrow, but we thought we'd get a half hour in, and then I bumped over here and got on with you. But yeah, I was on Disney Plus watching really neat dolphin documentaries with my daughter before recording with you. So yeah, I mean, oh my God, we are getting our money's worth, my friend.
Well, I understand that. We are too. So I think there's not a minute in the day that goes by unless we're all sleeping that somebody's not watching something on Disney Plus. So
yeah.
So it's there. So perfect. And speaking of Disney Plus, we do know that there is an upcoming Cassian Andor series that will be coming out eventually on Disney Plus as well. Outside of the announcement of the series, and of course the announcement that Diego Luna is coming back to reprise his role as Cassian, and that oh my gosh, I just blanked on his name. K2SO.
Alan Tudyk.
Alan Tudyk, that's right. I just kept thinking. I kept thinking Wash, which of course is his character from Firefly. I'm like, no, it's not Wash. Yeah, no. Well, it is Wash, but the real life. Alan Tudyk is coming back to reprise his role as K2SO. Those were really the only announcements we got until this week when they announced some additional casting and direction for this series. They did announce that the Cassian Andor series will take place 5 years before Rogue One. So this will actually be overlapping during the same time period as Star Wars Rebels.
Yes.
Which has me wondering, will we see any of the Ghost Crew?
Well, you and I have talked when we covered Rebels about seeing them live action. You and I have talked about this.
This would be the opportunity right here.
Yep.
This would be it. This would be the door. This is the cracked door right here. We know that they tore up some of the same ground because during Rogue One, they're paging General Syndulla. We see Chopper make his big screen debut in that series, or in that movie, excuse me. So we very well could see that. That would just blow my mind if that actually happened. I don't know if I'd be able to record because I would be so giddy if that actually happened.
No, and of course we see the Ghost, so Chopper, Harrison Duel of the Ghost, and not only on Yavin 4, but also in the sky, or in space, forgive me. And but yeah, again, that was the perfect segue, just all this stuff coming out on May the 4th. But I'm looking forward to this series, and to the Obi-Wan series too. When they can finally get this stuff going. I can't imagine when all of these are on. I mean, holy mackerel! I mean, what a lineup! Incredible.
Oh no, yeah, it's really incredible. I love it. Disney Plus is cornering the market on Star Wars, which makes sense because there was a shareholders call sometime last year where Bob Iger said that they were going to be focusing when it comes to Star Wars on the TV side of it rather than the film side. They're going to take a break from films and focus on TV, so this makes sense. We're starting to see a lot of stuff taking off. We saw a tweet from one of the animation guys at Lucasfilm saying that they're staying really busy, which tells me something is in the works. That we have the Cassian Andor series, which they just announced a whole bunch of cast members, which I'll go through here in a moment. And then, of course, we got Obi-Wan coming, and there's speculation about many other series that are coming. We got Mandalorian Season 2 coming. So there's a lot going on in the world of Star Wars on Disney Plus. Yeah. So Cassian Andor series, like I mentioned, did get a list of cast members or of cast that have been announced that will be in the show. Only one did they tell us who they're playing. I can dig that. But as soon as I heard the name, I knew who this person was playing. And that's Guinevere O'Reilly. She, of course, is the actress who portrayed Mon Mothma in Rogue One. So she is returning to reprise her role as Mon Mothma, leader of the rebellion. So it'll be great to see her back. She did a great job in that role in Rogue One.
Oh yeah, and
she even did the voice in Rebels too.
Yeah. Yep. I was going the same place as you. Yep.
So she's got a lot of experience in that role. So it'll be good to see her don the robe as Mon Mothma again. But then we got a few other names that were announced. Denise Goh, Stellan Skarsgård, and Kyle Soler will also be starring in the Cassian Andor series. Characters for them have not been announced, so we don't know. But we could be looking at Hera, Zeb, and Kanan. You never know. I'm joking. I know nothing, but it'd be funny. And of course, the show they did announce actually going to be the showrunner of this series is actually going to be Tony Gilroy, who actually wrote Rogue One. He'll actually be writing, directing, and serving as the showrunner for the Cassian Andor series. So a lot of great things happening in the world of Star Wars there. So what do you think about this casting news, David?
Well, it's exciting. I mean, with Genevieve O'Reilly, I think a lot of hardcore Star Wars fans like us know that she was originally going to be Mon Mothma in episode 3, and there is that extra, I think, on the DVD or Blu-ray or whatever, and you can see her originally playing Mon Mothma then, but we never got to see that. So, like you said, the first time we see it is in Rogue One. These other people I don't know much about, but I'm excited. I guess like anything with this whole a virus going on, it's backed everything up. So it's good news to hear some of this, and I just obviously wish they were in production. And this is what I was going to tell you, and I thought about this. If this Cassian Andor series and Obi-Wan series with Ewan McGregor, if they are up to the standard of The Mandalorian, the season 1 that we've seen.